Hello, St. Peter's. Welcome back to our summer reading adventures. Today is number 10. It's a double high five, right? We are back in our backyard. I hope you liked our little vacation video. Joy had such a great time. And our new friend Tommy the Turtle had so much fun with us. He asked if he could come for today's story before he goes to the library to meet all of those new friends. So he's with us today, as well as Ralph and Magic Monkey. We have Daisy, Douglas the Squirrel, and of course Joy with her new friend Tommy the Turtle, and our jar of joy, so we can spread our joy when we are all finished. Well, I had quite a great summer vacation adventure, and I learned so much about turtles. I thought, why not have one more turtle story? So, in my adventure pack today, besides my water bottle, I have our story. All right, and then we'll see what other kind of turtle fun we can have when the story is finished. So I'm ready for a story. Are you ready? Are you guys ready? Let's get ready for our story. Let's turn up our ears so we're ready to listen. Turn off our mouths so we don't make a sound. Put your hands quietly in your lap. Take a nice big deep breath. Now we're ready for our story. Today is a fun story, and this is a ground turtle, so he might be considered a tortoise, but we're gonna stick with the turtle theme. And it's called Tomorrow, Up and Away by Pat Lowery Collins and illustrated by Lynn Munsinger. Look at this turtle. He looks a little bit worried, doesn't he? Let's see what happens in Tomorrow, Up and Away. This is a fun one. Here we go. Something woke up Squirrel. He looked in the tree branches. A little red bird was singing and singing. How that bird can sing, he cried. I think I could do that, said Turtle. Squirrel laughed. Turtles can't sing. The bird stopped singing. It flew away. Look at that bird fly, said Squirrel. I think I could do that, said Turtle. Turtles can't fly, Squirrel told him. You think I can't do anything, Turtle said. No, I don't, said Squirrel. I think you can do what turtles do. Turtle looked at Squirrel. And what do turtles do? He asked. They rest all the time, said Squirrel. Some turtles rest, said Turtle. Some turtles rest and think about flying. Do they? Asked Squirrel. Yes, they do, answered Turtle. I want to fly more than anything. I wonder if he'll be able to fly. More than singing? Asked Squirrel. Yes, said Turtle. Squirrel was quiet for a long time. He thought that he would like to help Turtle. Then he said, Tomorrow I will have a surprise for you. Oh, that's nice. Turtle liked surprises. He thought and thought about it, and when he saw Rabbit, he told her, A squirrel will have a surprise for me tomorrow. What surprise? Asked Rabbit. Oh, something nice, said Turtle. He couldn't wait for tomorrow to come. Look how excited he is. Tomorrow came, and it was a sunny day. Rabbit got up early. She wanted to see Turtle's surprise. She saw that Squirrel was busy doing something, but Turtle was asleep. "What are you doing, Squirrel?" Rabbit asked. "Oh, help me, Rabbit," said Squirrel. "Why?" Rabbit wanted to know. "So Turtle can fly," answered Squirrel. "Help me put this little kite on him." Rabbit looked at Turtle. She looked at the little kite. You will need more than one kite," she said. "Oh, I know that," said Squirrel. He handed her another kite. "You put one here, and I will put one there." Rabbit helped Squirrel with the kites. Turtle looked out from his shell. "What are you doing?" he asked. "You want to fly, don't you?" asked Squirrel. "Oh my!" cried Turtle. Squirrel and Rabbit picked him up. "Hold on," said Squirrel. "We will run with the wind." How does Turtle look like he feels about this? Not too happy, not too sure, right? Oh boy. They ran and ran with Turtle. "Help!" shouted Turtle. "Run, run!" cried Rabbit. "Help, help!" Turtle shouted again. "Stop shouting," said Squirrel. "You are going to fly." "I am," said Turtle. He felt funny. Rabbit gave him a push. Oh my goodness, is it going to work? Let's see. "There you go!" cried Squirrel. Look, look, he can fly," said Rabbit. "Oh, stop, please stop," cried Turtle. Squirrel turned to Rabbit. He was so happy. "Turtle will thank me tomorrow," he said. "He will tell me how smart I am." "I think you're smart today," said Rabbit. "Will you show me how to fly too?" "Oh, rabbits can't fly," said Squirrel. "Oh," said Rabbit. "I didn't know that." Turtle flew higher and higher. Then he started to slow down. Uh-oh. "Help!" he cried. "Here he comes!" shouted Squirrel. "Oh dear," said Rabbit. "Oh no, he's falling down, 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 down. Oh, I hope he doesn't get hurt." Turtle landed, thump, in the soft grass. Squirrel ran over. "Are you okay?" he asked. He patted Turtle's nose. "No," said Turtle. He pulled his nose into his shell. "Did you have a good time?" asked Rabbit. "No, not at all," answered Turtle. "Wasn't it fun?" asked Squirrel. "Don't you want to thank me?" "No, no, no," said Turtle. "I think he's tired," said Rabbit. "We could try again tomorrow," Squirrel said. "Oh no," said Turtle. "I don't want to." Squirrel was surprised, but he didn't want Turtle to know it. "Didn't I tell you that turtles can't fly?" he said. Turtle looked hard at Squirrel. "They can fly," he said, "but they don't like it. They don't like it at all." Oh, he's not happy. Turtle ducked back into his shell. He rested all that day. "I will rest tomorrow too," he said. "Didn't I tell you that turtles rest all the time?" said Squirrel. "Oh, go away," said Turtle. "We tried hard," said Rabbit. Squirrel looked over at her. "Come here, my friend," he said. He smiled to himself. "I've been thinking," he said. "What about?" asked Rabbit. "I've been thinking that maybe rabbits can fly," cried Squirrel. "Oh, can they?" cried Rabbit. "Yes," said Squirrel. He smiled at Rabbit. Rabbit smiled back. "I think they can.
Tomorrow, I will have a surprise for you.
Oh, no. He's gonna do it again with Rabbit, even after he found out Turtle didn't like it so much. I think he was kind of scared. He's not supposed to be up that high in the sky, is he? So Squirrel was trying to be helpful, but he wasn't listening because his friend was trying to say he didn't like it, and he didn't listen the whole time. And then he didn't even learn his lesson because he's going to take Rabbit up. Oh boy, I hope Rabbit thinks about it before she goes up in the sky. It is a fun story, and we have a squirrel and a turtle joining us today. Isn't that cool? Just not a rabbit. Our rabbit's in the library, isn't she? All right, so today, since we've been talking about turtles all week long, I thought maybe we should make a turtle today. What do you think? Would you like to make a turtle? All right, I'm going to show you how a couple of different ways, okay? So today I'm going to use a paper plate. If you don't have a paper plate, you can always cut a circle out of paper. That's totally fine. You're always going to use whatever you have at home, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple of my examples. And oh my goodness, look who's down here. Did you want to get started on the craft magic monkey? You silly monkey. Let's see, let's put him back here. He can sit back here with Douglas today, peeking through. He must have got really excited about that flying book. So the other things you're going to need, I have green paper. If you don't have green paper, what do? That's right, you color your white paper green or whatever color you want it to be. I decided to bring out the green paper because it's a little darker so you can see it better. I have my tape, so you can use tape or a glue stick. It's up to you. You're going to need your scissors and some crayons or markers. I'm going to choose markers today, okay? So I'm going to put those down here. Here's my glue stick. I'm going to use tape today because tape will stick right away. Glue, you're going to have to hold down a little bit, but that's totally fine. It's just easier for me to show you. So I think that's all we need out of the bag right now. Now, I've started some. Well, this one I finished. This is my sea turtle, but I made him a rainbow turtle. What do you think? So I call him a sea turtle because I made his front arms like flippers so that he could swim in the water. Right? He's got a little tail and he's got his back legs and there's his face. All right, so I made a sea turtle, but my own design. And then I started another one. I made a pattern on it, like a turtle shell on the back, okay? So what I did with both of them, so on this one, I used green around the edges. And for this one, I used brown around the edges. And it's kind of fun if you have these old white thin paper plates. Listen to the sound. Isn't that a cool rubbing sound? So I just did that on the whole edge. You could use green and brown if you want. Maybe you want your turtle shell to be all rainbow colored, so you're gonna use all kinds of shells of colors. I just decided maybe I would make a couple of different kinds. Like this one looks more like a real turtle, and the other one is more a fun turtle, okay? So you're just gonna color it all the way around, making that fun sound. Now, if you wanna do the shapes, okay? If you wanna do like the turtle shell, you're just gonna make some patterns. So all I did, I drew, here I'll show you on the back. I drew a line like this and another line below it. Those are parallel lines, right? And then I made a point on this end, boop, boop, almost like a crayon. And then I made a point on this end, boop, boop, there. Now I have two, now I have my middle one. Then to do the next one, all I did, I started at the edge where the point meets, and I made another point, boop, boop. And I made another point over here. And then I drew a line straight down to connect them. Look at that. Pretty cool, right? And I can do another one up here. Make your point, and connect them with a straight line. They don't all have to be perfectly the same. Now to make the edges over around the outside, all I did was make from these points, see these little points sticking out? I'm gonna draw a straight line, zoop, and a straight line, zoop. And guess what? Those are my new parallel lines. So between those, I can make my point. Gets a little funny when you get into the edges that are wobbly. Same thing, I'm gonna bring another one out, straight line, and then I can make my point. Now, if it doesn't quite look like that, that's okay. Yours might look different. Just like when I did this, I made all kinds of different shapes, but none of them are the same. Maybe you want to make all squares or all triangles. I decided to make all different shapes. So all I did was take my green marker and I kind of used the fat side and I just made all kinds of crazy shapes. And then I colored them in. So it looks like that. Isn't that cool? So once you are done decorating your shell, you can take all the time you need. If you want to paint it, you could paint it. You can use crayons, but just remember the paper plate will push down. So crayons, you have to push a little harder, but that's okay. All right, so how do we make all of his body parts? Let me show you. We're gonna take one piece of paper and fold it in half, okay? Because we're gonna cut it in half. Just like this. Cut it. Now it can be a white piece of paper, remember? And then you can color your body parts green if you'd like. All right, so this half, guess what I need to do? Cut it in half again. So if you need to fold it, that's okay. And then you're gonna cut it in half. Okay. So this one is going to be where I'm gonna form the head and the tail. All right. So my head is just kind of just like a longer rounded half circle. So we're gonna start here, just watch, okay? And you're gonna go out a little bit, but then make it a circle, but don't close the circle, bring it back down. So that's kind of his neck. So you went straight, and then you started going around and around, and then straight back down. That can be his head. Make it pretty big on your paper. And then here we have a little spot left. We're gonna make a tail, and it's just kind of like a big triangle. So you're gonna go, and you can make it a little bit curvy. So if you wanna make like a curved smile line, see how it's kind of like a smile? And then open it up and bring it all the way down. So I made a curved smile, stopped there, and I just swooped it down. It can be a little bit of a different shape than mine, that's okay. So you're gonna set that aside. Now we need to make his swimmy arms. I'm gonna show you two ways to make arms, okay? If you want him to be a sea turtle, he's gonna need flipper arms, right? So to make flipper arms, fold your paper in half because this will make two of them at one time. Fold your paper in half. Now on this fold, that's where we're gonna start drawing from, okay? So hold this folded edge. That's where you're gonna put your marker or your pencil, on the folded edge, okay? So this time to make his flipper arms, I'm gonna make a big smile, watch. Big smile. And then I'm gonna bring it back down and curve it up a little bit, okay? And yours might look a little bit different. Maybe your smile's a little shallower or deeper. So you're gonna make a big smile, stick at that point, and come back around. Now, if you cut them out, because I did it on the fold, right? I drew it so it's on the fold. If you draw it on this side, it may not work. It could work because we're gonna cut it apart, but it's always better to start on the fold just in case. So then I'm gonna cut that out and open it up. And I should have two swim fins, right? So now you're gonna cut it down the middle. So you have two swimmy fins, that you could tape on the bottom of your plate. Now, your legs and your arms, if you don't want swim fins, it's totally fine. Where's my other paper? Oh, here it is. Okay, so for your other legs, you're gonna take, so this is the half we cut in half for the head. These will be for your back legs, okay? Fold it in half so you can have two. Now this time, it's just gonna be like a long oval half circle, like this. Ready? Kind of fat. It's almost like his head, but not so round at the top. That's it. So if you don't want him to have swim fins, you're gonna make this twice, so I could do it on this paper too. If you don't want swim fins, he's gonna have the same kind of arms, just like a big arc, kind of like you're making a doorway. And then you're gonna cut all of those out, okay? I'm gonna cut mine out while you cut yours out. How about that? If they're stuck together, cut them apart. If they're apart, that is great. All right, so since I made, my first guy is a sea turtle. Let's see if they're in two pieces. Okay, so now I have 4 of them. Since my first guy, oops, is a sea turtle, he has swim fins, I'm gonna make this guy the other way. So let me cut out his head and his tail also. Lots of parts. So there's a head, there's a tail, and there are 4 legs. You could have 2 big swim fins at the front, or you could have them all be regular legs, just like our turtle in the story. Okay? Okay, here's my head. See how, because it's bigger and rounder, I'm just gonna take a piece of tape, get my turtle shell, and I'm gonna stick it underneath and take my glue or my tape and just tape it right like that. See? From underneath. Then, well, don't worry, we'll put the face on it in a little bit. I'm gonna take, I have 2 of my front legs. You can use your flipper ones if you want, that's okay. So here's the shell, here's his head. So on the side, kind of closer to the front on the side, I'm gonna tape this one down, okay? And then I'm gonna take, whoops, my tape is being crazy. I'm gonna take my other leg and I'm gonna tape it on the bottom on this top half, okay? So that's what it looks like from underneath. So I have his head and his 2 front legs. Now I'm gonna give him 2 back legs. So I need another piece of tape or your glue stick. Remember, you can use your glue stick. Now his back legs, I have them upside down now. Like, see how it's sticking out? This is what it looks like from behind. And I'm gonna stick the piece of tape right like that. And we have 1 more leg, because our turtle is lucky and has all of his legs. Last leg, tape it on. That's what it looks like from underneath his shell. That's what it looks like from the top. Now, if you wanted to use 2 paper plates, you could give him a bottom shell. So he would have a bottom shell. You just have to like tape the plates together or staple it on. All right, what is he missing? Yeah, his tail. So his tail is gonna go right between his back legs, and it'll be sticking out a little bit like that. So I learned something new today. The big sea turtles, loggerheads, when the males or the boy turtles become adults, they grow really long tails, and that's how they know it's a boy. The girls don't have a long tail like that. I never knew that. That's for the loggerheads. Okay, we need a little face for our guy. So I'm gonna give him 2 eyes. Now you can make your face however you'd like. I made 2 circles, and then I'm gonna color in his eyeballs, his pupils. And then I'm gonna give him 2 little breathing holes for his nose, like that. If you want to give him a smile, you can, but I'm thinking like his face would be down here, so you'd open it up. But if you want to give him a smile, that's okay. Actually, I kind of would like him with a little smile. This guy's going to have a smile. Huh, a crooked smile. I like it. All right, so then if they're kind of drooping down, if you kind of fold it up along the edge of your plate, it'll make your legs stick out a little bit better, okay? Or his head, bloop. So he's looking up a little bit. And there you have your turtle. So we have a turtle that's kind of like a tortoise, right? On the land. And we have our sea turtle with his wings. Because I could have put these, if I would have glued these or taped these on underneath, it would have just been like this. Okay, and he would have had swimmy fins instead of walking legs. So it just depends. Do you want your turtle to be walking on the land, or do you want it to be swimming in the sea? That is up to you. I hope you have a good time making your turtles. And of course, I would love to see them. I love Delaney and Ariana and Mila are always showing me their amazing artwork. I would love to see more of them. So take a picture, have your mom take a picture and post it in the comments on Facebook so I can see what cool designs you have come up with. Maybe your turtle's all green. Maybe it's all orange. I don't know. I would be very curious to see. I had a lot of fun making my turtles. I'm sure you'll have fun too. Okay, now we need to take out our reading log. And remember on Monday, because I was on vacation, I didn't have my pack with me. So I forgot to bring my reading log. But you had a job to do, remember? You were supposed to color in the snake at the bottom in rainbow colors. And that's just what I did. So that is for our One Tiny Turtle book that we read on Monday. So let's count how many we have colored in right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we just finished our 10th story. Isn't that amazing? So we're gonna color in one more thing. Now this time, I think it would be fun if we color in something in the background. So I was thinking maybe we could color in the volcano today. So I'm going to take my brown see how there's lava though? I'm gonna make that lava with my orange highlighter. So I'm gonna use my brown to color underneath it. Now you can make your volcano any color you want. Maybe you want a purple volcano, that's all right. I'm gonna make mine brown so it kind of like blends into the background so that my animals will really still stick out when all the animals are colored. But I thought it'd be kind of neat to do a background one today. We haven't done any of those. Don't worry, we'll get all those animals colored in too before the end of our summer reading adventures. This is number 10. We still have 6 more to go. All right, color in the brown. There's a little bit between the zebra's legs, and there's this little tiny bit by the giraffe's legs too. All right, so I colored in that part. I'm gonna make my lava. I'm gonna use my orange highlighter to color in my lava. My hot lava. Coming down the side of the volcano. Ooh, but you know what I thought of? Sometimes it could be kind of red too. So maybe I'll put a little bit, I do have red. Maybe I'll put a little bit of red in there too. So it's really hot. It can come all the way down. All right, there is my volcano. Now, I don't have a gray marker, but maybe should I take blue or maybe I'll take my black one. My black marker, I'm just gonna outline a little bit of this smoke because that's the ash coming up from the volcano. Look at it, goes all this way. My volcano ash. So I outlined it in black. All right, that's what we have for number 10. I can't believe we've done so many adventures already. I'm gonna tuck that away so it doesn't blow away. It's kind of windy out here, and we have some joy to spread. Are you ready, Joy? I know you're making so many new friends. Her other friend, Joy, had to go back home after vacation, but maybe we'll see her again on another video. All right, let's see how we can spread some joy today. What does this one say? Oh, this is from Delaney. I think we might have had this earlier this summer. Sing to someone. You can make up a little song. Sing it to your mom. Sing it to your dad or any friend you have. You can make up your own song. Make it short or long. But as soon as you do, you can look at their face and see that it brings them joy. How'd you like that song? We just made that up, Joy and I. All right, go ahead and sing to someone. It always cheers people up when you do something happy and fun to make them smile a little bit if they're having a bad day. I'm gonna go and do that. Thanks for the suggestion, Delaney. Remember, I do have all those suggestions you've given me this summer are in here. Just depends when I pull them out. So keep sending me suggestions, put them in the comments, and I'll add them to the jar of joy. All right, well, that's all we have today. That took a little bit of time because there's a lot of turtle making. I hope you had a great time. Go make me some turtles and show me, put those in the comments. I can't wait to see them. All right, boys and girls, have a great weekend. I will see you back here on Monday with my friends. And until then, make sure today, spread some joy by singing a song. And until Monday, don't forget, keep spreading your joy.